Hi, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. This week we're talking about authenticity, really, the authenticity of our words and making sure that we're getting healed instead of just covering up our pain. So this week I wanted to talk to you about um, whether we are raising or becoming or being a generation of actors. And so please subscribe to the channel. Please make sure that you click the like, watch all the way through because that helps other people to know to get on and watch. Share this if you'd like to. I hope it's a blessing to you, and go ahead and comment too. I love to answer your comments and to hear from you. But let's talk about authenticity in our words and authenticity in our actions. Have you ever heard the term fake it till you make it? I've actually heard that recently, heard it a lot recently, of people who are feeling heavy and horrible on the inside, and they're trying to change it with their words. They're trying to just act like they're okay. Um, they're trying to just get through each day thinking, if I get through this day, then I can get through tomorrow. And that doesn't feel like the life that any of us should be living. And I hope you agree that there's more to life than just faking it till you make it. And so I'd really like it if we could get to the root of our issues so we don't have to be fake, so we could seek authenticity. We seem to be promoting a generation of actors, just covering up massive holes. So we all have holes in our heart. We all have empty places that need to be fixed. But when we just try to fake it till we make it, or just cover it up with AstroTurf to make life look good from the outside, are we really working at the kind of life or living the kind of life that we want to live? Are you really trying to just look good from the outside and just think, I'll get there at some point? But then when you're so dirty and hard on the inside, isn't it difficult? And to speak good words, don't you feel like it's just fake whenever you're trying to say the good words, but inside you're feeling harsh? So it's really important to pull back the cover. We want to fix those wounded, broken places. We want to fill up the holes, and we want to get out the hard and thorny soil. So words are important. We do create things with our words. And if you're walking around speaking whatever you feel like speaking all the time, then you're creating a culture of death for yourself. And you don't want to be doing that. And you're doing it for everyone who hears you as well. But here's the trick. If good words have made you feel fake, and it's been almost impossible to produce a good word or a positive thought, then something deeper is going on in your heart. There might be a thistle under there somewhere that's trying to poke out. So we need to get to the root. Don't just choose to keep walking around negatively spouting whatever comes to mind, but also recognize that if harshness is trying to rear its ugly head all the time, every time you open your mouth, that you have a deep hole, that you have a wound in there somewhere that needs filling, that needs fixing, and you need some help. So there's this thing that I do that God gave me last year, and it's called Anointed to Soar. And it's a healing session. It's about an hour long. And what we do is you come into a healing session, just one-on-one with me, and we chat. And in that Anointed to Soar healing session, we deal with the words that are hard for you to say, and we come up with the reason why it's hard for you to get there. We look back at the stuck places and the wounds and the trauma that you've dealt with that's caused you to not be able to speak words that you can actually believe. And from there, we deal with those wounds, we get some healing, and we help you move forward. So we find the biggest area of chaos in your life and the place that's been just too difficult to speak positively about, and we figure out what gigantic, thorny thistle is rooted so deeply in there that you may not even know it's there. Then we pull out the root, because once the thistle is pulled out, the soil begins to heal and the fruit in your life changes. So good, life-giving words can then flow out naturally without you feeling like you have to act. And we don't do it out of our own power and strength, because there's only deep healing when we have intimacy with the healer. There are so many healing opportunities out there that don't even acknowledge God. It's all about our own power. It's all about our own strength and how I'm going to fix myself today, this affirmation or this, I'm going to just speak these words and my life's going to change and I don't need God. I can do this on my own. When we try to fix our inner turmoil without the healer, through our own power poses, our own power words, our own inner strength, then we've missed the point altogether. Because healing doesn't come from our own power. And if it did, everyone who wanted to be well would be, right? And that's not really what's happening, but it's because we're seeking for healing in the wrong place. We're trying to figure out how to be healed without him. But we need him. He came because we need him. He didn't come because we could do it on our own. So if you've been trying to do AFT sessions and you've been trying to just talk through what you need to talk through, and you've been just trying to change your words, and you've been just saying you've got your own power and you're going to manifest it, that's a counterfeit, because without the healer, there's no healing. Believers have tried to take on the schemes of this world because it seems easier than finding the intimacy with the healer. The Creator that opens our wounds and deals with our hurt is ready and available. But we stick on a worldly band-aid over our pussy injuries, not realizing that the wound is just getting more and more infected. Until we open up that wound, we clean it out, and we deal with it, it's not going to heal. So if you have some deep wounds and some hurts and some trauma, and because of that, it's been really hard for you to speak life and to be encouraged and to be letting good words flow out of your mouth, then it might be time for an Anointed to Soar session. And I'll put the link in the description below so that you can go and read more about it and set up an appointment. If you're watching this in December of 2021, then I've got a special deal going for you. So go ahead and message me too on my website, and I will tell you about that special deal. But for today, let's work on not faking it till we make it. Let's work on really getting to the root wound so that we don't have to be an actor. We don't have to walk around trying to pretend like we're something that we're not. And let's really get some deep heart healing and get those roots and wounds out of there. All right. Thanks for joining me today.